What are some of these benefits with the fat? I know some individuals are a proponent of high fat. Is this eating fat in the form of avocados and nuts? Is this consuming fat in the form of oils? What do you mean by fats?
Well, if one were to do a Bible study on olive oil, one would be very surprised at how much God uses olive oil. God uses olive oil as illustrations. God uses olive oil to anoint, but God also uses olive oil in the form of food. So definitely God sanctions the olive oil, and it's been used for centuries. And the Mediterranean diet, it's been, reported to be a fine diet for good health. So then we have a look, well, why did people stop fat? Because of the theory, and by the way, it's an erroneous theory, it's never been proven that fat causes heart disease. But when you have a look at when heart disease did become the number one killer, it was in the industrialized revolution. So what happened in the industrialized revolution? Well, high heat and chemical equipment was created to get oils out of hard seeds. So you can go into the supermarket and in clear plastic bottles you can see sunflower oil, safflower oil, peanut oil, corn oil, soy oil. They are all very dangerous oils because they're polyunsaturated fats. Poly meaning many empty spots or empty breaks on the fatty acid chain, and those empty spots are sensitive to light, heat, and oxygen. So when these oils are extracted using heat and chemicals, they're totally destroyed. And those chemically extracted oils are incredibly dangerous to the body. They are contributing to the damage in the arterial walls, contributing to heart disease. Whereas traditionally, olive oil's been used for centuries, and all through the equator, you'll find coconut oil, palm oil have been used. But aren't they saturated fats? They certainly are. And saturated fats are unique in that the breakdown begins in the mouth. Underneath the tongue, there's a sublingual gland and it releases lingual lipase. So saturated fats are quite unique in that the breakdown begins already in the mouth. That means when it comes to the duodenum, it does not need the bile or the pancreatic lipase like the polyunsaturated fats, and it doesn't get absorbed into the lacteal like the other fats. It gets absorbed straight into the blood, burnt as fuel. So those saturated fats are actually a fantastic fat. But oils and fats are concentrated foods. So I advocate getting our fats from avocado, nuts and seeds. Please don't overdo the nuts. I met a lady 2 weeks ago who was working in a health food shop and got hungry, and all she did was eat nuts all day. She must have consumed over 1 kilo of nuts. She now has an allergy to nuts.
Mm.
You can overdo the nuts. They're very concentrated, maybe 8 to 10 a meal for an adult. So your nuts, your coconuts, but also your oils in avocado and coconut oil. One of the beauties of coconut oil, because it's a saturated fat, it has no empty spots on it, so it's light and heat resistant, so it's probably one of the most stable oils. So if you did want to saute onion and garlic, the best would be the coconut because it's not destroyed by the heat. When I do stir fries, when I do lentils, I put the olive oil in at the end of my cooking because it gives a beautiful richness, but I'm putting it at the end because olive oil is not as volatile as the other polyunsaturated fats. It's a mono, meaning it only has one empty spot, but it still has one empty spot, which is sensitive to light and heat. So put it in at the end of the cooking, use it raw as much as possible, and please always buy it in a dark bottle, extra virgin, first cold press. Olive oil, like honey and maple syrup, very concentrated, so you do not need very much.